See Justin Jefferson. He did his job and then some last week with 123 receiving yards. It's the Vikings and the Lions, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground to about the 23. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too. Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive. Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion. That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be. After the interception, here's Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. It's nice to see Jameson Williams recovered from his knee injury suffered in the college football playoff in 2022. And we already knew that his speed was some of the best in the game. And that's a big reason why Detroit traded up to pick him 12th overall. So earliest they've taken a receiver since 2007. That pick,
developing Hall of Famer Calvin Johnson. Nice job there by Williams, using some of that speed there to pick up a first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Saints back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running a guy after to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
On play action, Cousins. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Cousins now. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll try the middle with Cook. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup.
To throw is Cousins. And did he get the feet down? No. Kevin O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So score one for Kevin O'Connell. His decision to throw the challenge flag, a good one. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 60 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt, they made some slight adjustments in how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
4 yards to pick up, first down. The Lions at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot.
Touchdown, Detroit! T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. 3rd and long for Cousins. And this one is incomplete. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Down inside the 40.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Goff.
Right side to Williams. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They'll try and run here with Swift. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, 123 yards.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
They go play action. Cousins.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward.
Oh, nice move. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll It's another first down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
They run again on first down. Cook. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Third and short yardage. Cousins. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And Johnson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Lions to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, first and 10. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second in a couple.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff buying time to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. And that brings up 4th. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. Quickly to Thielen here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. First down, here's Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward. And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. Here's Williams to return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They picked up the win last week over the Washington Commanders and are in a good spot to earn another one as they start this next series. On 1st down, it's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
Back-to-back tackle run. Threw some time offensive line. Great job. Keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On fourth down, Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And this one too low. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, here's Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. We're in the second quarter.
Possibility of things loosening up later in the ground.
From the 22, Goff able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's got his man. It's caught for touchdown pass of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units. And they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On now, the former Vol, Michael Pilardi. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
This play is under review.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. 2nd and 2. Open man once again, it's Thielen. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender.
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete there to Smith. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down.
It's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Again, it's Cousins. Incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Cousins being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And that is no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Goff. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Oh, it what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. A touchdown pass there for Davis Mills. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Tua Tagovailoa has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun. Goff. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. To throw again on second down. Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Goff. Sharks got it, left side. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that one falls incomplete, breaking his string of 7 straight passes completed. On second down, Swift. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Now Goff on third and goal. Flush to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. Badgley able to knock this one through. And the lead grows to 14 and 24-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
On second down, Cousins again. Smith catches left side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. To throw is Cousins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Off the play fake, Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. They've got good hands. Then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They go play action. Cousins. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Cook up the gut. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Throwing, Cousins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Julian Okwara drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there.
It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash.
And Johnson's kick is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't really end up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So out now come the Lions. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Chark. Goff linking up with Chark for a Lions first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down throw. Goff. Open man, he's got him. The tight end, Hockenson.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Goff throwing again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now. As he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins.
That'll be caught. Rager with it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's not enough to avoid the taunting here. I guarantee you, Carter told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Swift. Oh, able to avoid him. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
He was brought down by Patrick Peterson.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, it's Goff. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. To throw again on 2nd down, Goff. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Swift going to try up the middle. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Lions on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the 50, it's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Out of the gun. Goff. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Goff. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain an 11-point spread.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. On 1st and 10, Cousins. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, it's Cousins. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Ben Ellison there to make the grab. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. That's just how they do it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one. Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They like going to him in the slot. Catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now Goff on 1st down. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the running game with Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Goff on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Badgley's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. First down, here's Cousins. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins hauled in over the middle by Rager. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A first down throw for Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw there taken in by Smith. Cousins. He's got Rager. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Cousins to throw. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. Escaping, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. Cousins throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, that's to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Lions, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.